Houston isn't the only place we're seeing new lung illness cases related to vaping. Investigative reporter Jeremy Rogowski is tracking the numbers in surrounding counties and statewide.
State health officials say they're investigating 29 reports across Texas of what they call severe lung disease in people using e-cigarettes, and half of those are teenagers. Now let's take a closer look at our area. We have those 3 cases of teenagers hospitalized according to the Houston Health Department, and the 1 case of a teenager in Tomball who had a medical emergency, passing out after puffing on a vape pen, according to the school district. Down in Brazoria County, health officials say they've received 2 cases of adults who fell ill because of vaping. Fort Bend, Montgomery, Chambers, and Galveston counties, meanwhile, report 0 cases, but several tell us the issue is on their radar and they're keeping an eye on it. A state health alert remains in place, requesting doctors to watch out for lung illness cases, ask their patients about e-cigarette use, and try to save the vaping liquid for testing. Jeremy Rogowski, KHOU 11 investigates.